Welcome to Pussy Protagonist. I'm your host, Isabel. This is the podcast show where we discuss about sex, sexuality, sexual desire through personal stories and experiences. Today's topic, I wanted to start off by sharing some of my thoughts that I have lately. Recently, I've been through a relationship where I sort of connect with a person based on sex. And we both know it's casual sex, but I can't help but having that attachment with that person, both emotionally and physically. So it just kept me wonder lately a lot on, whether or not if I can really separate sex and emotions, and if I can just simply enjoy sex itself and just walk away from all the strings, whatever messiness the next morning, just like he did. So today we're going to talk about casual sex, one-night stands, hookup culture, everything about that. So yeah, I have a really good friend of mine who is going to share that with me today.
Hi guys, I'm the hookup expert.
I want to call you that, but I'm afraid because I don't know if that would make sense.
I don't know how I became the hookup expert after all this time, but my name's Mai. Won't tell you my last name. Not ashamed or anything, but
this is going on Spotify.
I know,
right?
But gotta think of the employer. So as long as they don't say my first and last name together, we should be fine. So maybe my name's not even Mai. Maybe I'm lying. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So, Mai, are you ready for today?
I'm so ready.
So ready? Okay. I think we're gonna start off by, I don't know, I just want to ask you, what makes you want to start doing hookups, and why do you think it's something you enjoy doing it?
Interesting. So I think when it started, honestly, I wasn't really ever looking for anything serious anyways. But, when you first lose your virginity and stuff, that's when it's, the most important time. And you, have to think, oh, my God, this is a hookup? This can't be a hookup if it's my first time. A lot of people, I think when I was or even, 2 years ago, too, I was I'm never going to hook up with anybody. And it's, such a immoral thing to do. No, I can never feel that way for somebody.
Right.
And then, the first time, well, this is the virginity talk again, but it was just a hookup. But it lasted for, a couple months. So it wasn't really, only a hookup. But that's made me think, oh, I can never do, right now, I cannot do a long-term relationship or anything like that. And then, ever since then, it's just been, something usually I do when I'm bored. So when I'm during school, not really that much, but when it's oh my God, vacation, what else do you think about, It's I think I just get horny when it's not much to do.
Yeah, that's me for the past summer. It's I have nothing to do. So.
Yeah, you feel different.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So what do you why do you enjoy doing hookups? What are you trying to get out of?
The weird part is, you might not even believe me, but I honestly meeting the new people. Meeting people is actually so fun too, because it's another way to I don't know, it's when you do hook up without really talking much, which I know people will think is so weird, but after that, you just honestly, you think you act like you've known each other for I don't know, a year or 10 years or something like that, and you guys just talk so casually, you're best friends. So I don't know, it's just throughout my experiences, that's the most fun part, where it's we get to actually hang out and be friends, but still have sex. So that's the added bonus. So
but every hookups you have is like that, no, none of that was messed up
till now. All of them have been amazing guys. Everyone, it's so I honestly have been lucky, but there is recently this one guy who I'm just it's okay if I don't talk. Personality actually does matter when you do hook up, because you do want to talk to them a little bit,
right.
Just be friends at least. But yeah, recently this guy, honestly, is kind of boring. So that we'll talk about later. I'll share with you that anecdote, but
okay.
Yeah, so first priority, just relieve the horniness, and then after that, my priority is, or secondary priority is, to, like, you know, just chill out and have fun with a new person.
So I think based on what you just said, I want to ask of, like, yeah, like, you think that you can be, you know, having sex with a person and still be like, oh, I can get to know you, could be bros, let's be friends, or whatever, like, that, you think that works for you?
Honestly, I know a lot of people can't do that, but the reason I think I can do it, or I have been able to, like, separate that, is because all of them have been living, or, like, I hook up with them abroad, like, super far away.
Okay.
So it's, like, that's why I never go for anyone in Boston, or, like, anywhere I am in that moment, because I know that's, like, too close to home, and it's just, like, I can't, if I do fall for them, like, there is a possibility that I can, like, you know, actually meet up with them. But obviously there's a possibility that it's not going to work out. Right. So, like, it's better just cut it off, like, distance-wise.
I see that point, yeah. Because, you know, this person that we're talking about, like, for my own personal reference, like, yeah, we do live really close.
Yeah,
and it was a mess after everything. We'll talk about that later.
The worst one is if you go in school. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, in school.
That's literally the stupidest thing, because you're obviously going to do, like, there's just a lot of things, but not a good idea, guys.
So, okay, do you think that, you know, hookup culture, because, you know, this podcast is about, like, sex and, like, get to know yourself. So, you know, like, is hookup culture, like, a way, like, is it a thing that helps you express, you know, sexual desire and a way to be, you know, really sexual liberate, you think?
I mean, again, before, like, literally 2 years ago, I would have just not even talked about sex, not even, every single time someone would talk about sex, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go now. Like, I was actually so conservative with that.
Right.
And it was because I just never, like, wanted to share, you know, that I was horny. But, like, after that, it's just so easy to talk about. It's so easy to, like, it's just, you know, now that I've accepted this whole idea, it's like, you know, what I used to think was not okay is honestly completely fine. And it's just about social constructs, making us think this way. So,
yeah,
I think it was a way for me to be more comfortable with myself. You get me? It's like...
And how? How do you think doing hookups makes you feel more comfortable of yourself?
It's like a body issue thing, I think. Like, you honestly do get a lot of, like, self-confidence from it. Like, I literally used to not even be able to be naked, like, outside of a small space. Like, I was not able to be naked, like, in my own room. Because it was too large of a space. It wasn't even a big room, just saying. So I had to be, like, in, like, I don't know, at least a bathroom that was less than 10 square feet. But then ever since then, it's just, like, people like my body. People want to, you know, like, have sex with me and everything like that. So it's, like, more just confidence.
Right.
Too.
Okay, yeah.
Which I think is, like, basic knowledge. I feel like everyone would realize that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah. And, like, I do, like, promote casual sex because I feel like everyone has the right to explore their body, you know, how to use it.
Yeah, it's important to learn it.
Right, and I, you know, like, I mean, if I'm in a committed relationship, which I am not right now, but I do feel like everyone has the right to just explore with themselves and with, you know, not as many people as I want, but, like, in a good range. I feel like it is something that, you know, everyone should be able to do.
Even I also think there's a line where it's like, okay.
Yeah, maybe not too far.
Yeah.
But, you know, definitely for singles and, you know, like, why not? You know, it's not like, again, it's like a fucking social construct that, you know.
It is.
But I don't know, as, you know, as a Gen Z, millennials, whatever you want to call it, like, you know, it's like, I feel like our society now has this concept of, like, like, why do you think more people are pursuing that, like, I don't want any strings attached thing?
Well, obviously, Tinder, remember that thing?
Yeah, we just had an episode as well.
Oh, shoot. So that really, really changed the whole game. Like, I think that was the biggest turning. Like, especially people who don't have enough confidence to, like, go out and search for, like, or, someone who wants this no strings attached or just, like, a hookup, who didn't have the confidence to do it, they honestly can do it anytime. And people who didn't think they wanted one, like me who didn't think they wanted to do hookups because it's so accessible. It's just that like it's now turning into like the first thing you do.
Right.
Like it's like hook up and then you date them. Sometimes.
Yeah, my friend gave me this theory, and when she told me, it was because I've been seeing this person, I've been talking to this person, and he told me that he want to have sex, and I was like, yeah, that's cool, because like I want to have sex too. Like I found you like physically attracted to me, and like I don't play games. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be straight up with you, but in a sense of like, can we build a relationship based on sex, based on physical, and then get to know that person a little bit better? And she gave me this theory of like that the guys fuck first. I'm still trying to
I know a lot of guys. It's not like a
Yeah.
We can't categorize, but I have so many guy friends who like cannot have sex with a girl unless they're like relationship like.
Yeah, and I know, there's definitely guys like that, but also what she said is there are also guys out there who like
a majority.
She's like, yeah, I want to have sex doesn't mean that I will not stop myself from wanting to know you better. That's like her theory.
Yeah. The most messed up thing, but kind of low-key true in a harshest way,
right, that
someone told me, or like this guy was saying, was that you can't fall in love with a girl if you don't want to fuck her,
Yeah.
So it's like you have to get through that step. I think that's why your friend also said the first step is like if you are sexually attracted to them, then, but I don't know. I think that from my perspective, I could definitely see myself falling in love with someone that I wouldn't think is like sexually attractive, like a monster, but
But do you think, would it work on you if like, let's say you and the person do hookups first and you want to get to know that person better after the sex? Like the sex or whatever gives you that connection or that like, oh, I want more. Would you think that would ever happen to you?
Oh, it happens every time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I told you, I do it like so abroad and like so far away that like I cut myself off like for myself.
And you're able to cut it off.
Like I force myself to, because honestly, because all these guys that I have been with have been so amazing. Like they're honestly husband material and everything. Like I honestly find like the really great guys.
Yeah.
But it's just like I know that it's not the time, so it's just that's why I initially don't even look for someone in this like in my area. I only do look for somebody when I'm like bored off like out in the middle of nowhere. So it's just like I don't know. In my own mind I already know that I will probably fall in love with them.
Yeah.
So then that's why I don't look for anyone around Boston.
I see. So you wouldn't get any strings attached.
Yeah.
In that sense.
And I think like I obviously fall in love with every single one. They're so amazing. But that's why it's so hard if they're so close. Because then you have that, like, urge to see them.
Yes.
When you physically can't see them because they're, like, 1,000 miles away, it's like, okay, bye.
I see your point. Yeah. So, I mean, if we're talking about society anyways, I feel like, because I have people around me who, I don't know if it's because I'm, like, Asian or whatever, or, like, the culture I'm exposed to. It's that people who, like, they're like, yeah, I probably want to do hookups, but if I'm ever in a committed relationship, they would think that hookups or casual sex is a dirty behavior.
So
if their partner has ever done hookups with another person, and now they come to your life and you guys are in a committed relationship, and they would not be able to okay for that. Do you have any opinions on that?
I was thinking about that before coming, because I was like thinking the only cons really, other than STDs for no string attached, is that when you do want to like settle down, there is that history, and like when I think of people or like someone I'd be with for long term, and thinking of them even being with anyone like long term, short term, it makes me feel so weird, But I mean, I guess if it's a hookup, then it's, like, not really anything to...
But would you think that, I don't know, in the future, if you're going into a committal relationship, and what if your partner couldn't accept that you've done hookups?
I don't know how to reverse that. I really, honestly, we'll see what happens at that time. But, like, if it's a good enough relationship where he's okay, like, it's like, you know, if someone's gonna throw you out for that reason, they don't like you that like enough, you know. So it's like fine to me if that happens. But because I have enough people, you know, the past hookups can just come back as my boyfriend or whatever.
I mean, they're all husband material.
I know. Yeah, so I hope that I find someone who, like, thinks like that, you know? But definitely I know that there's going to be a lot of people who will be offended by the history.
Because I definitely think there's still that very strong societal mindset on, you know, sex. Because we've been talking about that for literally the past couple of episodes.
And like I said, I would honestly be offended too.
So, yeah, I mean, we were both very open on talking about hookup culture, like, because we're, you know, friends, and then, like, you know, we're in the same age, whatever, generation. So, like, that's why we could be so comfortable at talking about it and not judging each other based on that. But, like, I don't know. I'm not saying, like, you need to bring up to your parents or whatever, but, like, do you think other generations would see...
Oh.
Like, what do you think?
I mean, it is weird because I don't know. Well, my whole family's been pretty, like, you know, around everywhere, you know, with the guys and everything. But, like, I was literally talking, like, I have friends that are literally, like, 50, 60, like, friends. And we were just, like, having tea and talking about, like, our sex lives and stuff. And, like, they basically go through the same thing where it's, like, you know, trying to find a guy, trying to, like, go through the whole, like, dating and hookups and everything. But I guess, like, they're never going to judge for the hooking up part, like, for the people that's around me. I'm Japanese, but everyone around that I've talked about it, they're like, oh, get it, yes.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's just, like, strange. I've never, like, gone through I've never done any, like, you know, felt any discrimination.
That's good.
Because all of them are just like, oh, thank God, that's so fun. That sounds like so fun.
Yeah.
Because I think secretly people who are, like, not hooking up with people who only have been with the same person for their whole lives, like, a lot of my friends like that, they're always saying, like, I feel like I'm missing out on something. And it's like, you really are.
Right.
Like, the amount of connections and, like, types of people you can meet, seeing how, like, you work well, or, like, you know, how a relationship should be.
And it's not just about sex, to be honest. It's, like, it's much more level of that.
Yeah. And it's, like, I don't know. Once you're with someone forever, it's, like, you're never changing from that person. Like, you have to be that same type of person for the rest of your life.
I'm happy to hear that, you know.
Yes.
Like, it works for you. Yeah.
Well, if my parents, I mean, my mom would be like, yes. Honestly, though, I think it's honest because I've been living in such a liberal household. My mom is pretty, like, she's always said, why aren't you dating anybody? Why aren't you? She had a boyfriend for every single year of her, like, life until she got married at 19. So she has nothing to judge about.
Gotcha. All right. So,
What?
Are you ready to tell us some juicy
stuff? Good.
Yeah, of your, you know, crazy, amazing, sexy hookup stories.
I hope none of these guys hear this. But it's fun times, though. You guys I'm recommending it.
To hear this?
Maybe. No, to do it.
Okay.
If you guys are abroad ever.
All right, tell us the stories.
Oh, which one? Like, what?
Whatever you want to tell. I don't know.
I'll go with my first.
Yeah, of course.
The first time, like, I honestly, like, he pressured me not at all. Like, he didn't pressure me. He was honestly just asking for a date and everything. But he lived so far away. So I was just like, okay, you can stay over. I didn't think anything was going to happen. Well, kind of. And then it happened. And it was, like, the worst because, like, oh, my God. As an Asian lady, you have a very small pussy.
I did not
What, is this okay to say?
Yes,
yeah, right?
I was just expect that from you.
And, like, I've been so blessed, but, like, I don't know. Everyone says, like, big dicks are good, but, like, this guy's was, like, huge, right? So I was, like, oh, I can't do it. Literally hurt so badly. So then that lasted like 4 months, you know, us seeing each other.
Oh.
So, you know, everything.
That must hurt for a while.
It hurt so much. And then afterwards, the goodbye wasn't even that hard. It was literally just like, see you sometime. Because he went to go work for Google or something this year. So he's like gone until like next semester. But like, honestly, like, I thought it'd be hard to not see him again. And then I was like, wait a minute, there's more people out there.
There's more fish out there.
Yeah, that was the first time. That was the first one, and then I sprung off into the wild. The next story is more funny.
Yeah.
Wait, so the next one was I went to Mexico. I was just saying to my friend, like, I'm never gonna hook up with anyone online. Like, it was just too much stress. I'm gonna just like stick with people I know and like work from that, you know. And then like I was just giving up on Tinder. I just threw out all of it, right?
Right.
Literally that weekend, right after I say that, I was okay. So my friend that I've known for like a couple years now, that I only saw him as like a really like, I don't know, adult that I never would have thought anything of. We just got drunk in the pool one time, and then we just hooked up there. So that was like a story, but no regrets, you know. That was actually one of, I don't know. I don't regret that one. It was funny. It was in the.
So it was a friend. It was not.
It was a friend.
It was a friend.
So that was the first time like hooking up with someone I already knew for so long,
Yeah.
and that was when I realized like I can't do friends. Like that's too weird.
It has to, has to be someone you don't.
Like I didn't think, and he's also in Mexico, so like it cut really fast. Like I see. I didn't really feel anything for him anyways, but like still, it was an interesting experience to have, and you're like, not gonna go. I'm gonna go back on Tinder.
Right. Are there any like bad ones? Or horrible ones?
Literally no. I've not. I mean, actually, the most recent guy I guess wasn't bad. His breath smelled like beer.
Ooh.
And I was talking to him for a while, and he like seemed pretty boring. But you know, I wasn't even gonna plan on meet up with him. But then like I was bored, so I was like, okay, fine. But his breath just smelled like beer, and that's the only reason why I was like, eh.
That's cut it off.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I'm still talking to him, but I'm not like passionately talking to him like at all. But my favorite hookup, my favorite one ever in my life. If you're listening to this, you know who I'm talking about. So it was in Hawaii. I've told this to like so many people, and I know he knows that I'm gonna talk about it with everyone because it was such a good time. Okay, but it was in Hawaii. It was my last day, and then I went, and I wasn't even on Tinder. It was on Hinge. Do you guys know Hinge? It's like whenever someone likes you, you can just like click yes or no if you want to, you know, match with them. So you know who's liked you before you have to like match. So then this guy, oh my God, he's so hot. So then he like liked me, and then I texted him right away. I was like, hey, want to meet up now? Because I'm going to leave soon. So then that night, we like snuck out, or because he lives with his parents still. I was with my family for vacation. I like went down to like the car where he was waiting to pick me up. I went with my computer because I was worried that my family would be like, where are you going? So I brought the computer to be like, oh, I'm just going to study. Yeah, I'm just going to study. So then I go downstairs and like meet up with him in the car.
When you're Asian.
Yeah, and then you know, it's not that weird, right? So then I went in my computer, and I was like, sorry, I brought my computer because like I had to tell my family I was studying. And he was like, hey, I brought mine too. And he had like his whole laptop out too, and he was like, samesies. But and then like he took me to the beach. We had sex on the beach, and like it was so funny because like, oh my God, a family like walked by us, but good times anyways. It was funny. And like we talked a lot. It was honestly like so nice, like stars with, you know, the beach waves. Honestly, like great time. And he was like, you should take a picture to like remember it because it's so funny and perfect. But I didn't because my phone was in the car. But just be careful of STD, guys. I never got one, but I got really lucky. His dick was also, oh my God. Sorry, every single person's dick, humongous, except for the one I just, I know.
No, I'm trying to like compliment their dick. I don't know.
You don't have to compliment any of theirs, but oh my God, I'm gonna go to Hawaii in like a month too, and I'm gonna see him again.
Yeah.
So I hope I'm not gonna fall in love at all. Cause that was only one night, but like, oh, it was so good. Like it might have been just the, you know, fact that it was like all so fast. The vibe, maybe. So we'll see what happens next time. Maybe this time I'll finally get over him. Because I was kind of into him this whole entire semester while I was like away in Boston. Yeah. But you know, he's so far. Just gotta cut him off. But next year I might be moving to Hawaii, so that's why it's dangerous. Too dangerous, you know?
Speaking of dangerous, like, yeah, no, just, you know, because I love to listen to all these of your amazing stories, and I want to have those, but then it's just like, yeah, like, you know, I'm the kind of person who, like, I've done it, and I found it's very difficult for me to, I don't know, I feel like, it's not that I can't separate sex and emotions, but in a sense of, like, I feel like if I'm having sex with a person, there has to be some foundation base of that. So I don't know, what would you suggest for me who, like, you know, I want to, like, fuck around, but also, like, how do I not get attached? Because I get attached really easy, and I think that's an issue for me.
I know, but it's also my problem too, right? Because I really have fallen in love with every single one of them, and it's like a heartbreak every single time I have to leave. But it's just having that setting where it's like it's impossible for you to like fall in love and like be heartbroken for that long. So for you, like, I don't know how, like, I know you need like a build up, right? You can't just like go straight into it.
Yeah, like I can't do like a one night, like I can just like pick up someone at the bar or whatever and be like, hey, you want to have sex? It's just too hard for me. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely what you're comfortable with, because like you can't just force yourself to like want to have sex with somebody. It's literally so gross if you do have sex with someone you do not want to have sex with. Yes, that's not good, guys.
Yeah, so whatever you try doing, definitely have it when you're ready. And I think it's like you know, I know it's a mental thing, but, like, you can't push it. You really can't, like, just go into it wanting to, like, have that experience. Because you might really, I mean, I've never had that because, like, I don't know, my mental thinking is just way too crazy that I don't think too much on it, but it is good to think about it.
Right.
Because I could have been in really bad situations. I think I've been really lucky, but definitely it's whatever you're comfortable with the most. And at least, like...
So does that mean I can't practice casual sex? Because I can't. Because my emotions can't be there. It doesn't keep up with the sex part, you know?
Yeah, so it really goes fast. It really, once you have sex, just, you know what I said, like, you really feel like you're just hanging out with them as a friend. I don't really know how to explain, like, how to change what you're, like, feeling about them, though, you know? Because it's the same thing. Like, I know what you're talking about, like, feeling that way after. But it really is, like, telling yourself, no, I'm 20. No talking about, like, relationships or anything. It's not what I want. Just remember your core values. Like, you can't stray away and go into a long-term relationship for, like, 20 years. Like, that's just remembering, like, there's so much more out there. There's just so much going on.
So much more dicks.
I know. The only way to get over someone is to get under somebody. You really do, like, have to. And the first time for me was really hard because, like, I was so sad about, like, not getting to see this person for so long. Like, and then the next person came, and then I was like, oh my God, this is so much better. And then the next person came, and it was, like, so much better. So it's like there's always something waiting, and it's just a waste if you just, like, get hung up.
Gotcha.
So it really is, like, a mental battle to be like, I don't want to feel this way. Don't feel this way, Isabel. Like, to yourself, you know?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah,
but I think, you know, we're still trying to promote healthy, safe sex, you know? Like, we're not telling you to go mess up people's life. No. But, like, yeah. Again, we definitely wanted to talk about how to do casual sex, how to do hookups.
You just have to think
way, you know?
Like, think about what you want to do with your social, or, you know, I mean, relationships are such a big part of your life. That's why, like, I think of my life, like, in generations, like, 20s, 30s, 40s. So, like, I, like, have already known that I'm not going to, like, settle down when I'm in my 20s, because I know like what I want to do in my 20s and like how I want to live it. So it really depends on like what you like. Some people want to like do crazy stuff in 20s. Some people want to like settle down when they're 20s. So it's like such a different like, you know, values, you know?
But definitely what's most important is knowing what you want.
Yeah. So you have to really like have time to think about it instead of like getting sucked into one side, and like you have to explore both and think which one you want to like do, because you're only in your 20s for 10 years.
Right. Yeah.
Once you're 29, it's kind of over too. So.
All right. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, you know, the end of the show, would you suggest those who wanted to do hookups but they're like afraid, you know, like what's gonna happen?
If like being scared is the only thing that's holding you back, then definitely give it a try, because you can overcome what you like, you know, scared about, and then you'll see how you actually feel about it after you've done it, you know? Like you don't ever know how you're gonna feel and react to it unless you do it. And if it's only like, oh, I'm too like worried they're gonna think I'm fat or something like that, like that's too much of a waste of like, you know, thought process. Just like, if you want to, then do it, then see what happens. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it.
Right. If you did it and you feel like it doesn't work for you, like me at least at this point, like it's okay, but you know, like
but don't let like one experience.
I know, yeah.
Because like the next person, it's 90% gonna be so much better. Like, you think that you have a really good guy, but then another like
the thing is,
amazing guy
he's
comes.
not even that good.
That's the problem. Yeah, so that's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so like, guys, just remember, the population is humongous. Like, everyone says, oh, there's no good guys out there. There really are. And you can't meet them if you're like hung up on one person, or you just gave up on all of them.
That's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like I just need that, you know, because I've been like stuck in my.
I'll hold your hand while you like have your first.
Oh my god.
You're having the next hookup.
You'll be there to witness.
I am. That was another story.
Yeah. No. You know. Thanks for sharing this with me, because I feel like, you know, I feel like it's a harder topic to open up.
Especially for girls.
Yeah, for girls. And then for, like, us, Asian women.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Guys, you can't see us, but we're Asian.
I mean, I love that you have that confidence shining out from you and be like, yeah, no, I'm going to hook up this dude. And, like, yeah, whatever. Like, no, you're not going to judge me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to be those judgmental people who thought that was bad. But once you're on this side, you know.
You're hopping on the train. You're just.
You can't get off, like, literally.
Yeah, all right. So, any last word you want to say?
Bye. I'm just kidding.
You just cut that right there.
Whoever's listening to this, I'm also a very nice person.
Yeah.
Don't associate hooking up with people, you know, slutty people, I guess, as they say.
I think that's very important.
Into, like, you know, I don't know, like, what do you think, like, people think of slutty people? I feel like people, like, have this stigma where it's just, like, blonde bitches that, like, only go to California on the weekends. I don't know.
You're going to offend so many people.
I'm sorry. But I'm just saying that's what, like, the general public think of people who sleep around. But it's honestly so many people.
Right.
And it's so much more normal.
Right.
And it's just, like, a different world, guys. Generation Z is the different people.
It's all about changing that mindset, I think.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't determine who you are. You know, you're more than just, like, your hookups.
Right?
Or whatever.
Yes.
Your qualities, is values, is all.
Why, thank you, Isabel.
Thank you. Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I really had a really fun time talking to Mai. And yeah, you know, be powerful and be that pussy you want to be.
Oh,
and
shit.
yeah, that's our motto, you know? So yeah, hope you guys liked it, and please keep supporting us.
Yeah, support the pussy, bro.
Yeah, support the pussies, bro. Alright, yeah. We'll see you guys very soon in the future.
Bye-bye.